Okay, so this is a Java 8 freebook. I will start reviewing this because I want to refresh my Java 8 skills. Okay, so this guide assumes that you already have knowledge in Java. We'll go directly to what it's been used or what's new in Java 8, which is the streams. Concurrency. We'll check it. Okay. Oh, actually, it has more content like lambda functions and lambda expressions. Function interfaces, streams, parallel streams. I think this is a new data API, so let's see. What else? Okay. Okay, Java 8 enables us to add non-abstract, I think this is key, non-abstract methods, implementations, interface, but utilizing the default keyword. Virtual extension methods. Let's see what's virtual extension methods. So let's see what's that later. An example, well, you have an interface formula now. So this is an interface, and you're declaring a default method. And you are implementing within the interface. That's interesting. Okay. Call formula. So we'll have a file. I'm thinking to create a new project or something, just okay. So here we'll have an interface formula. then, so in this case it's just, I think this is nonsense. Yeah, just an example, but I think the key is declaring this default. It's an SQL key. Of course, it's not also. So this should compile. I'm using Java 8, so compile. Let's compile. So besides the abstract method calculate, of course, because this should be implemented, the formula also defines the default method scripting. Okay, concrete classes only have implemented the abstract method calculate. The default method script can be used in all components. So for this, I will make a main class after this. So let's see. So we'll have a main class. Okay, so we have formula icon with I think we can do this here in the main. Oh, cool. Yeah, because this is the only abstract method I should implement. So this will return. Okay. So formula that calculate 100 in the script. Okay, so right. Oh, I'm not printing anything actually, so yeah, that will be 10 and 4. Makes sense. So in this case, I have an interface. The good thing about the interfaces is that you can reuse them. You can reuse multiple inheritance, but you cannot do that with abstract classes. And the framework implements an anonymous object, the code is quite verbose. 6 lines for such simple population of SQLT. What's the next session? There is much nicer implement single method objects in Java. Single method objects in Java. Well, the good thing here is that I don't need another class for just implement the method. I don't need another file. This is quite handy in competitive programming, but I'm not sure about in real projects. Okay, this. I think I've used the default interface before. Well, I interface with the default method, because for sorting, if you want to sort something custom, you can actually send a new comparator that that has a method compare. So it seems to be very similar. So I think I have used this before in competitive programming only, though. Okay. So we have the lambda expressions now. It is the comparator. This is what I was talking about briefly. Prior versions of Java. So this might change. So hey, I think first I would save what I have tested here. Okay. Default method. So what I want to do is, yeah, I understand this. So because I have done that, so it's creating a list and then just sorting these collections sort out method, and it's in the comparator, so you can have a custom compare, and the custom compare is just using the string comparator. Yeah. So the static utility method so that's a list of comparator elements, create an STO. After find the source, create the elements comparators and present to sort method. Instead of creating elements sorted all day long, generate terms with a match to syntax. Oh, this is the lambda expression. Oh, I see. The default method might be related to this. Because I don't know if we can have only one default method or multiple. We'll see later, but right now I see that if you have one method that you will override, you can use this shortening lump expression. Okay, let's test this. So I no longer need distance, but I will need have something like this is the older version, so the new way to sort this collection is just calling collections.sort. Sort the names, but I'm creating a method that will set to routers. This is quite similar to other languages. It's not different. The functions are different to other languages. So far, so let's try this. I think we'll create a for each yeah. Okay. Should use the compiler. Now I can execute. Yeah. So yeah, cause it's working. I'm reversing the list. Okay, as you can see, the code's much shorter than and easier to read, but it gets even shorter. So it's very similar to other languages. So okay, when you have just one return statement, you can have you don't need you don't even need the return key. I think it's this, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep, similar. Yeah, for one-line method bodies you can skip both the braces and the return keyword, but it gets even shorter. So in this case, you don't need to pass the type just the name of the variable. But this is calling the internal sort method. List now has a sort method. Also, the Java compiler is aware of the parameter types. You can skip them as well. Let's dive deeper in how LambdaSpace can be used in the one. Okay. So in this case, I don't need even call collections. That will be just names. And as it said, avoid the types. Okay. It compiles. Yep. Functional interfaces. Okay, so how does lambda expressions fit into the Java type system? Each lambda corresponds to a given type, specified by an interface. A so-called functional interface must contain exactly one abstract method declaration. Each lambda expression on the type will be matched to this abstract method. Since default methods are not abstract, you are free to add default methods to your functional interface. One abstract, it's exactly one abstract method. Okay. So the Java compiler how knows which method it needs to override when you use a lambda expression. It's because you should use interfaces that only have one abstract method. If the interface has only one abstract method, you can use lambda expressions when you require them. Okay. Each lambda expression of type will match it with the abstract methods. Okay. You can use arbitrary interfaces lambda expression as long as the interface only contains one abstract method. Okay. Ensure that your interface meets the requirements. You should add functional interface annotation. The compiler is aware of this annotation and throws a compiler as soon as you can try to add a second abstract method declaration to the interface. Okay, so I think we already have in previous versions of Java some interface that only have one abstract method, like the operator. But for new interface that you're creating and you want to ensure that it will be that will be used for lambda expressions, and you want to ensure that people won't change it, trying to add more abstract methods, you can use this annotation, so it will tell you in compiler time that you are doing something that's not compliant. Okay, so you have an interface, it's called converter. You will accept two abstract types. Okay. Okay, so in this case, here it is using the lambda expression. This is quite interesting. You don't need So you can create the converter instance by using just a lambda expression. That's good. Interesting. Oh yeah, let's this parallel converter. So this is interface. Set 2. I'm gonna set F. That's it, right? And I have the annotation functional interface. Okay. So if I compare converter with compiles, let's go back to say like this. So what it's doing here, it has an well, from is a string. Oh, this is an example. From is a string. And it's just converting this to yeah, good. So here I can create a lambda expression. Okay. Okay. Keep in mind because also validating the future interface notation will be omitted. Yeah, I think for compatibility with other interface that already exist in Java, this is necessary. So, and it's also to tell the compiler, hey, don't add more abstract methods. Okay. example code can be fairly simplified utilizing static methods. Static method references. Oh. So this is when we don't longer require the name expression, or perhaps it's a kind of telling, yeah, I think it's like land expression. Because we already know that we don't have one parameter, so the compiler can infer what functions, what it needs to do. So that's what's happening here. Okay, let's try it. So I don't need this. I know this. That's so. Java enables you to tell reference of methods or constructors via example shows how to define a static method, but we can also define some object methods. Oh, it needs to be static. It needs to be static. Okay, static means you don't need to create a class in order to use it. But here it says that you can use an object as well. So in case you don't have a static method, but you already have an instance, then you can still use that as long as you have the instance. So in this case, it's creating a class, something that has a non-static method that it starts with. Okay, so here it's creating the instance, and yeah, so you have the instance, you're calling the method. It says it should work. Let's see how it works for constructor. First, with an example here with different constructors. Okay, let's try this. It's really interesting. Okay, let me do something. this case I will use something, an instance called stars. So here the editor is giving me an error that this is my mistake. Okay. Yeah, so it's working. Okay. Okay, now this keyword we can use for constructors. So here we are creating a person class. Okay, I think I will just copy this code. I don't need to understand this. What's happening? It's not allowing me to copy. Yeah, anyway. Have a default constructor, and I have a one that has okay. Now I have I need a factory. Here interesting. Instead of implementing the factory manually, we glue everything together via constructor references. Okay, so if we go to main, So here I'm creating the factory. So I'm thinking that this would create two constructor references. I wonder if this will, because we have two constructors, I think it will point to both. Let's try that first. Okay, let's try this. Ah, should be the compiler. So it yeah, I wonder if the default constructor will work. Oh, it's not. It's expecting the. Oh no, that makes sense because it. Well, the create interface requires two parameters, so but it will point to the correct constructor. Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, good. Okay, that's it for today's homework.